Hello everybody, this is Salar and you're watching Smart Code. In this tutorial, we are going to learn how to display a message box in C#.NET programming. Message box is a special dialog box used to display a piece of information to the user. So in a message box, you can display information like, are you sure you want to close? Or you have some unsaved data like this. On the screen, you can see a message box with a warning, icon, message, and buttons. Like I said earlier, message box is a special dialog box and you cannot type anything in it. The only way to interact with the message box is via these buttons, yes and no. The language of my system is Swedish and that's why you see a different text here, ja and nej, and that simply means yes and no. Now, in C#.NET programming, a message box can have two different purposes. Number one, you can show a message box just to display a piece of information to the user. For example, when the data is saved, you can just display a message box to the user with information like your data is saved. And number two, you can use a message box to get user input. For example, are you sure you want to close? Yes, no, or cancel. Your data is not saved. You want to save your data? Yes, no, or cancel. So the yes, no, and cancel are the user input. And you need to process that input to let your program decide what to do next. So in this tutorial, my friends, we will learn how to display a message box in different ways. We won't talk about how to get user input from the message box and let the program decide what to do next. But don't worry, we will learn how to do that. We will learn how to get user input from the message box in the next tutorial. So the next tutorial is actually the continuation of this one. If you watch this one, I would recommend to watch the second one so that you understand the whole picture and become confident on it. So let's now move on and see how do we display message box in different ways. I will be using this simple application in this tutorial and we will show a message box when someone click on this button. So let's now go inside the code and see how do we do that. So a message box dialog in .NET is actually implemented with the help of a class named MessageBox. And this class is a static class. That means you don't need to create an object in order to use it. So this MessageBox class has a method named show. And that method is actually used to display a message box in different format. This show method is an overloaded method. And that simply means it can be called with variable number of arguments. And the arguments that we pass to the show method have a specific order. You cannot just change the order according to your will. You have to follow that order in order to work it properly. So let's now call the show method and code the first argument. The first argument to the show method is always a string type. And here we write the message or the piece of information that you want to display. For example, are you sure you want to close? Right? If we run the program, we will see a message box with this piece of information. So let's run the program and check it out. Now click on the button and here you see the message box with the piece of information, right? So the first argument is always the piece of information that you want to display. The second argument is actually the title of the message box. We put a comma after the first argument and then provide the second argument. Second argument is also a string and it will become the title. So here I will write, let's say, warning, right? Let's now run the program and check it out. And here you see the message box with the title and the piece of information. The third argument is interesting and it defines which button you want to display on the message box. And that option is implemented with the help of an enum which is called message box button, right? So we simply write this enum and right after that we put a period sign to select the value. And you can see the enum has different values. You can choose from here, okay, yes and no cancel, okay cancel, like this, right? So I'm going to choose here yes, no, and cancel. Now we have put yes, no, cancel buttons to our message box. Let's now run the program and check it out. And here you see yes, no, and cancel. In Swedish, we say ja, nej, avbryt. So now we have coded a message box with 3 arguments. It's now time to code the fourth one. The fourth argument defines the icon to the message box. And it is also implemented with the help of an enum which is called message box icon. So we put a period sign and here you have different icons to choose from the list, right? So we are displaying a warning message box. So we can choose a warning icon from the list here. So let's now run the program, and now we will see a warning icon in the message box. And you will see a warning icon, right? So up till now, we have coded a message box with 4 arguments. The fifth argument to the show method defines the default button on the message box. And if we don't code that argument, the first button will always be the default button on the message box. For example, let me show you. Run the program. And you will see the first button is already selected because it is default on this message box. So with the help of fifth argument, we can choose a default button on the message box. And the fifth argument is also implemented with the help of an enum. And the name of the argument is MessageBox default button, right? Now we put a period sign, and here we have 3 buttons, button 1, 2, and 3. The first button on the message box is button 1, the second button is button 2, and the third button is button 3. And that means if I want to define cancel as default, so I will go for button 3. So let's now run the program and see if it is working or not. Now you can see the difference. Our cancel button has become default. So my friends, this is how we code and display a message box in C#.NET. We coded 5 different arguments, which are also very commonly used. But apart from these arguments, there are more options that you can code. I will put a link in the description where you can read more about the different options. Right, so that was all about how to display a message box in C#.NET. And in the next tutorial, we will learn how to get user response from the message box. So don't miss the second part. I will see you there, and thanks for watching.